All right, here's another thing I want to point out. Sometimes a business name can get mispronounced in the songs, in the jangles. And the way around that is you want to spell it out the way it sounds because the AI doesn't know how to pronounce it correctly if it's when it's singing it or saying it a lot of the times. So for this example, I'm going to use the word spas because this is the first time that I actually saw it become an issue is when I was doing it for a client that did custom pool and spas. So I'm going to show you, this is the way, right here, I'm going to click duplicate so you can actually see the prompt I put in there, Mike and Dave's custom pool and spas. So this is the way that it should be written, pool and spas, Palm Springs, relaxing. Didn't add anything in here, just kept it this way, and then I created the jangle. So you would think, oh, this is the right way to do it. And this is how you're going to figure out, like, oh, that didn't work, right? So I'm going to go ahead and play you one of the songs so you can kind of hear what it sounds like.
Sun on your skin, Palm Springs, blue sky. Kick off your shoes, let your worries drift by. Mike and Dave's custom pool and spas. Turn your...
All right, so you could hear that they said spaz instead of spas, right? So typically the first time I see that happen, if it's something that I can figure out on my own, like, oh, hey, this is the way it should sound, and I'll just go ahead and write that out. Instead, what you can do is you could actually can either use AI or you can just do a Google search and say how to pronounce the word spas, and then it'll kind of give you a shortcut right here that you could actually click on and hear, and then just try and write it this way. You could do that. Typically, I don't even do that. Typically, I just throw it into Grok, which is my preferred AI that I typically use more often. I paid accounts with all the other ones. You could use Gemini. You could use ChatGPT. You could do whatever. And you can see the way I wrote this out. I'm trying to generate a song using AI. Sing company name, Mike and Dave's Custom Pool and Spas. And it keeps mispronouncing spas when it sings it. What are some ways I can write it out phonetically, say the word spas? And then I'll give you some examples here. You can try this one first, or you can just read them to yourself and see which one sounds like, oh, I know they won't mess up on this one. And this is the one that I chose right here because this one just sounds like there's no way you can mess that one up. So I used this one. You can try them all. It doesn't matter. It doesn't cost you that much in credits to do that, but I kind of just went with that one. But I just want to make an example of choosing a different one, right? So I chose this one first. I think it was this one or this one first, just to see because I was curious what that would sound like. And here's the second one I did where I spelt it S-P-A-H-S. So you can hear this one.
View. Mike and Dave's custom pool and spas.
So you can hear that they mispronounce it when it said spaz again. So that was that one right here. That was one of the suggestions. So then I went to the one that I actually knew, or to me at least, it sounded like it was the least likely to mess up was S-P-A-W-Z. And you can hear that right here.
Fine, kick back, relax, island in your mind. Mike and Dave's custom pool and spas. Turn your backyard into palm tree, all from the dead.
So it said it perfectly that time. So I was correct in choosing that one to be the one I use. And you can see here in the prompt, I'll go ahead and click duplicate so you can see the prompt. You can see I wrote it out exactly like this right here. And then I wrote it in business type as well, just so that way it wouldn't mess up any other places. And you could also add some details, but I didn't do that here. But yeah, so that is the easy way to figure out how to have it pronounced. So for instance, if I was creating a business with my last name, right? If it was, Dr. Dan's, actually I should probably put up that. It's Dr. Dan Artabelli, right? If I put that in there, I'll probably just do it this way. I don't know if you could put apostrophes or punctuations in there, that might mess it up. But if I was to do this right here, and let's just say it wasn't with an S on there for Artabellis, but my name is pronounced Artabelli, not Artabilly, right? So if it was probably going to say this, I haven't even tried it, but it'd probably be like Artabilly or something. I don't know. It'd probably really mess it up. I should try that a little bit.
Rockstar coaching in the world. Dr. Dan Artabilly, flag unfurled.
So I wouldn't spell it the way it's supposed to be spelled. I would actually spread it out a little bit. Maybe I would do like Artabelli, like that, right? Artabelli, right? And then if I needed to, maybe I put in a little, a little hyphen in there, right there, a little space, just so that way it can kind of break it up.
Rockstar coaching in the world. Hey, Dr. Dan Artabilly, banner unfurled.
So you can kind of play with it to figure out what needs to be done, but that's how you would do it. Be a rockstar in your life, make the world your stage.